You left the gate open so the rabbits are out. What in the world? You do not attack me, dude. No! Oh my gosh! Heck no! Hello, everybody. Long time no see, right? Okay, y'all probably thought, like, where the heck did they go? I don't know. Maybe y'all don't think that. Maybe y'all didn't even notice. I don't know. Anyways, we've been so busy. I am going to show y'all today some chicken feed, some new chicken feed that I got my chickens that they love. It's really important to my family and I. I'm going to show you all the chickens. They're like, give me my food. It's so important. You know, what our eggs contain. People don't realize, but you are what you eat, and that includes what you feed your chickens. And so that's one thing that's really important to us is what we feed our chickens. And we discovered a really nice chicken food brand that smells amazing. I'm gonna show it to you. I know it sounds really weird, but the chicken feed smells good and the chickens love it. It's like treats. And I'm gonna tell you all about it. Look at y'all waiting. Y'all just know. Y'all just know, don't y'all? Hey, what's that? What is that? Okay, that's a log. I thought it was a snake. I was like, oh my gosh, what is in here? Oh my gosh, okay. Look y'all, here is the food. It's from Grubbly and it smells good. Like I said, I know that sounds really weird, but it just smells like just tons of grains and stuff. I mean, it just smells really good. They love it. So let me show you how much they love it. And they like it almost as treats. That's how much they like it. They will even eat it out of our hands. Go feed them out of their hands. Out of your hands. Let Oreo eat it out of your hands. About this food is that it has like little mini pellets mixed with all the grains, and I'm almost wondering if I can regrow this food and make sprouts with it, so I'm definitely going to try that. I'm telling you, they love this food, don't they, Sadie?
Yep.
They do. They like it as if it's treats. And I have given, my chickens are so picky because they are spoiled, and I always give them like tons of mealworms and treats and really good food, and they really like this food a lot. I'm gonna put it's called Grubbly, and I'm gonna put a link in the description because if you use the link, then you can get 25% off your first order and free shipping. So it's worth trying out, and if you do, let me know what your chickens think. I bet you they will love it. I don't think that I'm gonna switch back to any other food because they really, really do like this food. Okay, here's Lily. Lily is still laying on her nest of eggs. Look how cute she's made her nest. Look at this. She's like kicked it all up around herself. Oh my goodness. So the other day when I was in here, I really feel like it's time for her to have hatched these eggs. So the other day I came out here and brought my flashlight and kind of tried to briefly candle them just a little bit while she was getting some water. And she definitely has some that are doing good under there. She was laying on a few duds, which that happens. I mean, hens will go broody even without a rooster, and they will lay on eggs that will literally do nothing. So that's not like uncommon or anything. But I did remove some of the eggs that I candled, and I'm like, yeah, these aren't anything. So because she's laying on like, I don't know, 30 eggs, and she's tiny. She's one of my little bantam hens. It's maybe hard to tell on here, but she is so little. So I'm gonna kind of take a peek underneath her and see if she's had any babies yet, which I don't think that she has. Look at her, she's just looking at the camera. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you watching me? Right? Ooh, girl. My camera died a second ago. I had to go get the big kids from school, but I just saw Lily off of her nest, which would have been perfect if I made it here in time, because then I could have videoed to see if any of her eggs have started to hatch or have hatched. It's been a long time since she's been laying on these eggs. So, okay, so here we go. Here's our nest. Let's see. Oh, she's mad. So she's mad at this one right now. They're gonna get into a fight. That's a rooster, that's a hen, and they're having some drama. What are you doing? Are you harassing her? She's not interested in you today. Y'all want some more grubbly? Let's get some more grubbly. They love it. Go get your grubbly. Come on, go get your grubbly. Here we go. Yeah, you go over there too, buddy. Let's see what's going on. Don't you be looking at me like that. Shoot. Shoot, man. I don't trust you. Like, I don't want to bend right now. Let's see. I don't see anything. I'm just going to see if any of them look like they're changing. Ooh, this one's super light, which means there is definitely a baby in there. This one's getting light. Oops, sorry, I thought the camera. This one's really light. Okay, so I'm saying, so this one's heavy, so I'm sure there's nothing in there. You're probably like, what does that mean? Usually when like a duck or a chick or whatever is growing inside the egg, you'll know because because the egg will get a lot lighter. So some of these are still really, like this one's lighter. This one's light. Man, I was hoping that some started peeping through, but they haven't yet. Any day now, she's gonna be having these babies of hers, and I have just been waiting. She was laying on so many duds, so that's kind of like, that was kind of a waste of time when she was laying on so many eggs that they weren't fertile. They didn't have anything growing in them, so I'm feeling pretty hopeful now that the ones that she's on are gonna grow. And now I see that the kids left our gate open for our rabbits to get out, so that is not good. Kids left the run open where we have some of our rabbits, and that is not good. Sadie, you left the gate open so the rabbits are out. What in the world? You do not attack me, dude. No! Oh my gosh! Heck no! You aren't getting me, Boston. That is not gonna fly. Yeah, y'all let the bunnies out. Boston! I am not gonna have you attack me. I am not happy about that. I am not happy about that. Kyle, when you see this video, I'm not happy that Boston went after me. That was like, I was not expecting that. He never does that, so I'm not happy about that. Oh, there's the bunnies, y'all. Look. There's Peter and Piper. Okay, so it's supposed to be Peter and Piper. They're over here. It was supposed to be Peter and Piper, but it's pretty much like not Peter and Piper. It's two boys. So that's cool. And there's eggs under there. Hey, Lucky. Lucky, you're so pretty. It looks like you're wearing a bow. Oh. I have a side pain. Who is it? Hayden. Oh. She wants to ask you something. Hey, you see your poppet headband? Is Hayden wearing her poppet headband?
She was.
I have had like a pulsating, like my eye just keeps pulsating right here and it's driving me nuts. So it makes me not want to like be on the camera or do anything because I feel like I'm going like this all the time. Seriously, it's driving me nuts. And then I had a bad headache on Sunday and I'm like, we just started just doing some stuff around here without videoing all of it, but we've got a ton done. We actually got, I want to show y'all. So I got like one of these little arrow garden type things. It's not an arrow garden, it's the I Do or whatever brand. I found it on Amazon. But my stuff, okay, so these, I put these turnips in there. I put it on Instagram like 2 weeks ago, I think. And look how good they've done. So I just transplanted them because I just took them out of here yesterday. And I put them into these pots that I had left over from some other plants and stuck them in here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my cucumber. I have two of my, I actually had a row of cucumbers right here, but two did not germinate. They didn't make it or anything. So I was like, well, the one made it, so I just kept it. But let me show you the roots on this guy. Look at this. So this one is ready for me to move into a pot. So I'm gonna do that today. And then yesterday I put in some new seeds. I did a couple of these squashes. I feel like sometimes I don't have that great of luck, like just directly sowing them into the ground and all that. So I decided to start them this way. So we'll see how those things do. I have cabbage growing in here, which that's another thing. Every time I've ever attempted cabbage, it will grow. But then my chickens, seriously, my chickens get everything and they got it. So that's one reason why we put the gate around the garden, because they get all my plants. They seriously get all my plants. And Kyle's even like, you know, maybe we should have just built like a big, huge fence around all their stuff over on that side of our property where their coops and everything are. And they could have just free ranged all on that. But my theory, my vision when we bought this property and built our house the way that we built it, I don't know, you see my eye? Do you see my eye? Oh my gosh. But my whole thing was like, no, I want them to free range. I want to be able to sit on our front porch. Hi, Sadie. I want to be able to sit on our front porch and like watch the chickens out in the front and the ducks they get in the pond every day. Like, I don't want to have them just like secluded in one spot. But let me tell you, it has been awful. Like, they are all over my porch. They are pooping and getting into all my plants. Let me show you Tony right now. He's straight up watching me. Yeah, they do this all day long. They watch, they stalk. Last night, one of the chickens was trying to like be a chicken, rebellious chicken, and stay out, which that's another thing I need to tell y'all. It's about Barney. Barney, the one who was laying on eggs. Oh my goodness, so much chicken guinea drama, it's not even funny. But last night, she was like stalking us, didn't want to go up into the coop, and she was at the front door. Literally getting her beak and like knocking, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Seriously, like she was like, let me in, so I opened up the door. I should have videoed this. I opened up the door and I'm like, come on. Of course, she kind of like sneaks off because the kids, of course, Bear wants to run out as soon as he sees the door open, but oh my goodness. But what I was getting at is having my chickens be able to come on my porch and do all this has actually been awful because they poop and they tear up everything. And look, now the other Tony's there. You see him? Yeah, I'm telling you, if you have chickens, the smart idea probably is to just have them in their own area because they're gonna like poop and destroy everything on your porches. Hey Bear, hey Ellie, y'all have bed hair. Bear, your hair looks so orange today. Sometimes it looks really orange, sometimes it looks more brown. I love that. Today we might do some cooking. We gonna do some cooking?
Yeah.
Yesterday we went to Sam's and we bought like a ton of like celery and peppers and all that, which we normally do. But a lot of times I just stick it in the fridge and pull it out when I need to use it. But yesterday I bought more because I'm like, you know what? I need to like chop a ton up and freeze it. So I think I'm gonna do that, and maybe I will freeze dry. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we'll chop some up and freeze some and then freeze dry the rest. We could do that.
Yeah.
And then my friend Miranda, she gave me a bread recipe that she says is amazing, is the best, and I trust her judgment. She's an amazing cook. So I think we might make some loaves of that bread, and I might make them into something else other than loaves of bread. I had an idea, so stay tuned because it's gonna be good. Okay, one more thing. I was gonna hop on here, and I was gonna kind of catch up with stuff. Did I say that? Catch y'all up with stuff. All right. Get my words out. We've had ducks hatch. We've got more ducks from the feed store. We've got our chicks growing, some ones that we had bought a while back. My geese are doing amazing. That's Tom and Sheila, which I will go show y'all Tom and Sheila in a few minutes. They are so sweet. I hope they stay sweet. And then what else? Like, I don't know. I feel like I have so much to catch y'all up with as far as like life. We've had projects planned, like obviously Kyle built the whole the fence in the front of our property, and that was going to be for some livestock animals, and we still are going to do those. We're going to get the livestock animals. The last 2 weekends in a row we kept saying, okay, we're going to go get them from our friends, and it has not worked out. And if you know us personally, you know why. We have a very unique schedule, which makes us unique altogether with doing YouTube, because trying to find the time and the balance and everything to do some of the stuff that we want to show you guys on YouTube, it's a challenge. But yeah, so we're still getting those. We're gonna keep you posted on it. We're just trying to get it ready. Like, we're trying to get it totally ready for them. And then another thing is that we also really enjoy cooking. And when we first started our channel back in the end of January, I think it was, a lot of it was cooking. And so I think if that's something that you like, then stick with us, because the girls have been dying to just do more cooking videos, and that's something that we really, really enjoy. So we're gonna continue doing some of those. We haven't done any in a couple of weeks, and it's time that we start doing some of these. We want to do it because it'll be fun to look back at one day and see what you are cooking, and then maybe it'll help y'all like remember how to cook something. Like, I don't know, if I'm not home one day and Daddy's here, then y'all can cook. Y'all can watch yourselves on a video and figure out, hey, how do I do that? Yeah. So, and I know a lot of y'all's friends like to watch y'all cooking, huh? Yeah. They've told y'all they like to watch y'all cooking. The girls and I just got done making some bread that we are gonna share with y'all probably on another video, because I didn't realize until we got started and everything and finished the dough that it takes 8 to 24 hours for it to rise. And I'm like, seriously, Meredith, really? Anyways, so I'm gonna share with y'all a recipe that is so good, so easy, and it literally is ingredients like this that you can just get at the store, throw together, and have an amazing dessert or breakfast or whatever. Like, if you have company over, I promise you they will love this. Every time I've ever made it for company, they're like, oh my gosh, I have to have the recipe. This is so good. And it is. By no means is it healthy. I am gonna use sugar. I'm gonna use 7-Up and carbs and all that, but there is apples, so there's that. And then, don't judge me, but I just got one of those apple pillars, and I kind of did it wrong. So I kind of pilled and then made it into a pretty accordion. So I'm just gonna have to just slice it and use it as is. Actually, that might be kind of handy, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. It's super easy and quick and really, really, really good. These are like country apple dumplings basically, but a cheat way to make them. So I'm gonna turn the oven on. I'm gonna turn it on to 350. Now I'm gonna cut my apples into wedges. Let me get that little, I don't want that right there. I'm gonna take that off. All right. Actually, this was super convenient, y'all. My thing that it's sliced this way. That was actually nifty. Oh my goodness, because really I just needed to do like 8 wedges from each apple, so that worked out fine. And I might do a couple more extra over here. I was kind of snacking on some because these are really good. You can use the Granny Smith apples. You can use whatever apples you want. These are the apples that I had just gotten. I got some like from Costco and maybe Aldi, I don't remember. Anyways, so I just have an abundance of apples. I was gonna freeze dry some, but I also decided, I was just driving the other day and I'm like, those sound really good. I haven't made those in a long time, and I'm definitely gonna share this recipe with everybody because it's so good and it's so easy. So now that I've got my apples in like little wedges, I'm gonna get my croissants. Okay. And you're gonna separate your croissants into the triangles that they are. I'm just sitting them over here in this pan really quick while I do that. Okay. Okay, so you should have 8. Sometimes I like to sneak in a couple extra apples, and since I did make a couple, I did add a few extra, I'm going to wrap them in here. And actually, we are going to start with the small end first, and then just roll your croissant like this. Gotta get a couple apples, do this, roll it, roll it, roll it. It does not have to be perfect because they are going to be baking and changing as they bake. So just as long as you get it pretty tucked in there. Plus I kind of made these bigger than I normally do just because I use that apple pillar thing, and yeah, kind of failed on that. So here we go. Keep going. You can do 1 slice of apple. Again, I'm telling you, I'm just doing 2 because that's personal preference and because I have extra, so I can do that. But you can just do 1 if that's all you have or that's all you want to do. When we were RV living for 14 months, stuff like this was super convenient, making these kinds of recipes. Because they're easy, they're quick, they don't take up a ton of oven space, and they're super yummy. The kids love them. They make a good quick breakfast or dessert, or if you do have company over in your little crowded RV, this is just perfect. I did 2 apples, and some of those, they were a little bit smaller. I'm gonna do some of these with just 1 like larger piece of apple, because now I'm running short, and I do have a little extra over here, but I'm probably gonna give those to the kids as a snack because they're outside playing, and so they're always hungry. If you stay at home with your kids, you know what I mean. They're always hungry. They eat everything, all their snacks. I go to the store, and then in 2 days, all the snacks are gone, and I'm like, what happened? Ellie, I know it's Ellie. Ellie is my grazer. She is my snacker. Okay, I am gonna have enough apples. Cool. And I should have used a bigger dish, but since I've already gotten this one dirty, I'm going to just continue on using. Okay, my camera died right at that time. As I was putting in the last dumplings in here, which is fine because I was just finishing that up. So here I put them all into this dish, and I should have used my next size up, but it's fine. I just kind of got them all jammed in this one dish. Now I'm gonna get my 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup of butter, and I'm gonna go melt it in the saucepan, and then I'm gonna mix in some sugar and some cinnamon. Okay, so my butter is melting. Make sure you don't have it too high. You don't want to burn your butter. Usually once it starts getting to this phase of where the sticks are starting to melt, I'm probably gonna start pouring in some of my sugar. Ooh. Okay. And I'm gonna put in about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, so now that it's done, it's all good and melted. I know my pans, my pots and everything, they get hot. So now we're gonna get your melted butter, cinnamon, sugar mixture and just dump it all over your dumplings. Yum, look at this. Mmm. Alright, so now I've got it all poured on here. And you don't have to worry about it being perfectly over because it's all going to like bubble up and coat every dumpling. So now we're gonna add in 7-Up. I know you're probably like, what in the world is she making? Don't skip this step. Don't do it. Okay, you're gonna pour over 12 fluid ounces of 7-Up. So these little cans are 7.5 ounces. So I'm gonna use about, not the full second can. I'll leave a little bit behind. And that's good. So now you're just gonna put it in the oven and let it bake for about 30 minutes. The kids are gonna be so excited. They're gonna come in and be like, oh, it smells so good. What are you making? Hey, so I just wanted to share with y'all while my apple dumplings are cooking, I'm gonna share with y'all just a little bit of what makes us different here on Fancy on 14. I was actually doing another video of myself and I'm like, I don't know. So I'm just gonna kind of like start over. But I am just gonna tell y'all a little bit of what makes us different, what sets us apart from the other people doing homesteading and all that kind of stuff. Kyle and I both are city folk. We both grew up in Katy, Texas, and we were suburb kids. And so that's kind of like the life that we knew. And when we met, I was 18 and he was 20. We like immediately clicked and like fell in love at first sight. But when we got married, we had said like we wanted to have a lot of children. We wanted to have a big family. Neither one of us come from really big families. Like us doing this was mainly because of them, because we just want them to learn how to be self-sufficient and God-reliant. And we want them to know how to use all these skills that they're gonna need to know for the rest of their lives. And that's learning how to take care of animals, to take care of other people and take care of other things, to be good shepherds and take care of stuff out here, whether it's helping mow the property or gather hay or feed the chickens and then the livestock we're about to get, and help take care of, maintain the pond and everything that goes into having property. And then obviously the indoor things, like the girls learning how to cook, how to make the essentials, you know, breads, and learn how to do canning and learn how to do food preserving and all this stuff. Garden, I mean, my goodness, like I wasn't taught how to do anything from gardening or taking care of plants or anything. So it's all been a learning process since Kyle and I got married, and it's been good. I mean, there's been tons of like trial and error, and it's supposed to be, but through all this, it's really helped us, and it's helped us gain knowledge that we can share with our children. So that's really important to us, and that's why we did this, because we want our kids to experience a life that we did not experience. And this is the way to do it. I mean, the way that everything is going on in our world right now, I just think that this is a great time to get your kids really active and doing stuff outside and doing things that's really going to help them, you know, in the future. And so here we are. That's what makes us different. Here on Fancy on 14, we did not inherit all the genes and property and knowledge and all that kind of stuff to learn to do homesteading. It's stuff that we are learning every single day, and I'm so thankful for friends who are like-minded and share a lot of their knowledge with us. And we have met some great people just living here for a little while in Oklahoma. It's funny, like I just met a lady picking my jour order up, and she's got 10 kids, and we found out like we know some of the same people and that live in Texas, and like some missionary friends in Zambia, and like, I don't know, it's like small world stuff. It's so strange and so cool. But anyways, she's come over a couple times, and she's shared her knowledge with me about just some things outside, and that's really cool. And then just to have some other friends, you know, share tips and tricks on everything. And that's how you do it. I mean, you get in the community, you get around people that share the same interests as you, and they are able to share their wisdom with you, and you share it with other people, and then you share your ideas and your stuff with them, and it's cool once you're involved. And I know not everybody could do it. I mean, it's taken Kyle and I almost 15 years to finally get out of the city and come into the country. And over the years, like we've slowly moved, like when we bought a different house and whatever, like we've slowly moved up in country-ish. Like our last house, we were on about an acre. But so it's not like it could happen overnight. I mean, it definitely could happen overnight for some of you, or maybe it's already has, or it's come a lot quicker, and that's cool, but not for us. So anyways, we are on this journey, and it's a new journey of just actually being out here and being super overwhelmed with everything like thrown at once, because we're trying to tackle a few things before it's totally time for gardening and getting stuff in the ground. I'm learning the whole different weather conditions here in Oklahoma versus Texas. I feel like there, like nothing ever died, and I had like a super green thumb. And here I feel like a failure every single day that I go out and I look at plants and I'm like, oh, they died? Oh my gosh, it froze last night? Like, yeah, that's what I get for not watching the news. So I don't know what's happening with the weather. I try to follow the weather people, but I guess it's not always right. So here we are. Anyways, that's my little tidbit for y'all. I'm gonna get back inside and check on those apple dumplings, and we're gonna snack on some of those, and then we're gonna save the rest for dinner tonight, or after dinner, dessert tonight. So the apple dumplings are looking really good right now. They're almost done. I'm gonna give them about 5 to 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna take them out. All right, they should be done. So I'm gonna take them out, and I'm so excited because I'm hungry. The kids and I just finished lunch, so that was the perfect timing. Our apple dumplings are done, Sadie Nelly. Our apple dumplings are done.
Yay!
Yay! Look at these.
Did you make these?
Look how good these look. I'm gonna put one on the plate and show you. What do you think, Ellie? Alrighty. Okay, let's take them out. Oh my goodness, these are mouth-watering deliciousness. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
So good.
These are so good, Sadie.
Go.
Go here, Ellie. And I made enough, so we're gonna have enough to have after dinner tonight, but I figured, hey, we should sample one.
Oh, it's so bread.
This one's Bear's. Can you put that in the freezer so it'll cool off?
Oh, right there.
I may or may not have two because they're just so amazing.
What? Did you
Look
make
at
this?
these.
Did you make these?
All right, I'm gonna take a bite of it.
Very much eat.
Mmm,
Hot.
hot. So good.
I'm gonna do a piece of ham.
Seriously, if you've never made these, make them. Thank me later. So good. Mmm. So hot.
Good. This is real good. Super good.
So good, y'all.
So good.
Mm-mm-mm.
Super good.
What do you think?
It's so good. So good. I like the apple in it.
Me too. I did extra apple.
Guys, we want to show you our little kittens right now. This is crap. Say hi. Now they're growing, and we're probably going to give some to our friends, our good friends, and keep a little bit. We haven't decided yet. So, yeah. And then I'll...
Tell their names.
This is Fat Boy. I named him because he's a little fat. And this up here is Sharpie. That over there is Sophia. And that's Albert. He's smart. They're Albert. They're so sweet. Look. Oh, little bit. Look, there he goes. He's going up. Good boy. So sweet. Dad or what? So nice. This is a little hammock, and they can fit in that thing. Are you okay? Man. Come on, buddy. Come on. Hey, you want to take Sharpie out? Let them see Sharpie? This is Ellie's kitten. She loves him. Look. He matches our other black and white cat, but his nose is black. Look. See if you can see him. Sharpie! Look. He's so cute. And then Sophia and Alpha. Y'all always sleeping. Yeah, y'all sleeping. Come here. If y'all like our video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe our channel. Bye. Bye.